Okay, a hotfix will be performed 10 a.m. Starting at 10 a.m. when the patch starts, you'll not be able to log in. So the patch is actually going to kick off at 10:30. So in about an hour. The server will return to full service 3.5 hours after the patch starts. So we got a 3.5 hour downtime. That means 1:30 p.m. Eastern. During maintenance, all services, including the website, may be temporarily suspended. Okay, fixed an issue where the trade pop-up may not properly close. Movement speed now has a hard cap of 350. That's big because with haste buffs and movement speed buffs, guys were hitting like 400 plus. They were flying. Axe specialization changed from 5 additional physical damage to 10% physical damage bonus. So this is actually kind of huge too, because the 5 additional physical damage was a much bigger buff. This is a pretty substantial nerf. Physical damage bonus is not nearly as beneficial as just flat damage increase. Rogue's double jump slow on landing duration reduced from 3 to 2 seconds, so that's interesting too. Wizard haste duration decreased from 12 to 6 seconds. Wizard invisibility duration decreased from 12 to 6 seconds. It's never been 12 though. Invisibility was 6 already. They just changed the patch note. SDF just said change the duration of invisibility. We fucked up. Invisibility duration changed from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. Never mind. They just modified it. It was 12 to 6. Now it's 5 to 3. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. It's 3 seconds now. So that's fine. I don't have a problem with this either. That's good. Like I said, even and with this, again, if you stack will and get some more buff duration, that might give you another second or two. Maybe you get back up to 4 or 5 with a lot of will. The haste duration piece is nuts, though. That's crazy. Movement speed reduced from 70 to 65% of base movement speed when casting with a spellbook. So they're making you slower. So spellbook is minus 15 now. Movement speed reduced from 70%. Oh no, this is during the cast. So they're slowing you down more during casts. So when you're holding the cast and you're walking, the movement speed reduction has been increased. Same thing with crystal balls. Okay, so it's another 5% movement speed penalty while casting. Achilles strike physical damage on hit reduced from 10 to 0. Thank fucking God. Damage taken per step decreased from 5 to 1. Thank fucking God. Thank God. That needed to happen so bad. Achilles strike slow debuff increased from -10 to -30% move speed. So they gave it more of a CC but less damage taken, which is good. Like the damage was the issue. The scaling on that was ridiculous. Accelerando's duration decreased from 12 to 8 seconds and movement speed boost decreased from 579 to 357. Okay. This plus the hard cap brings stuff in a whole lot better. Drum's move speed penalty increased from -20 to -30. Francisca Axe's damage has been slightly reduced, so that's probably like 2 points per. I'd say it's because whenever they say slightly, it's like 2 to 3 points. Bard's Song of Silence now targets all nearby targets, including themselves. So, oh wait, here. Sorry, my bad. So drum movement speed, Francisca Axe damage. Bard's Song of Silence now targets all nearby targets, including themselves. So this is actually huge too, because Song of Silence hitting friendlies changes everything. The effect radius of Bard's Unchained Harmony has been changed from 600 to 300, so that's huge too. Bard's Tranquility now heals 1 recoverable HP per second over 10, 20, and 30 seconds. Is this less? I feel like this is less. What's Tranquility do now? So it used to be 4 seconds, 8, 16, and 24 HP. 24 HP over 12 seconds was what it used to be. So it was 2 HP per second for 12 seconds. Now they're making it 1 HP per second over 10, 20, and 30 seconds. So it technically heals more health if you get a great song play. It technically heals more health, but it does it significantly slower. Bard's Tranquility effect now only applies while resting. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Never mind. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Never mind. It only applies while resting? Bard Tranquility just got fucking nerfed into the ground. And Clarity? Chorale of Clarity only applies while resting? Yo, they just murdered the entire meta. Bro, meta turned on its ear a bit. Nice. So here's why this matters, okay? Here's why this matters to everybody that hasn't been following like super meta cuckery, okay? The 3 biggest benefits that Bard provided on top of attack speed. Attack speed was there, but it wasn't the biggest benefit. The biggest benefits were move speed, HP regen over time, and Clarity restoring spell charges to wizards and clerics. Mainly wizards, because the current meta, up until this patch hits, is Bard, Wizard, and then pick your melee. Fighter, Barbarian, or Rogue. Rogue is probably the scariest, but a Barb running in, hasted and invised, just wrecking people with 400 plus move speed was a huge problem. This kills all of that, Because wizards with clarity were able to just regenerate spells while walking, never needed to bother with meditate. You saw wizards running around with 10 spell. All you have to do is watch Jay repose in whichever bard they decide is available for them to run with. Just watch those guys run around and wreck shit. And it shows like why it's so easily abused. This changes the whole meta around to where this doesn't become nearly as much of a problem. What you'll have now is clarity potions are going to start becoming like very valuable as a commodity, because the guys at the high end that have lots of money will be running 15 and 20 clarity potions every time that they are running around a map. So it's going to shift off of the Bard for clarity. Instead, it's going to end up being clarity potions. Bard now isn't leaned on as heavily, which is good. Wizard having its haste reduced to 6 seconds from 12 is also good, because now it becomes like a cast, haste, and go, but it's not going to last nearly as long. It's not going to last the duration of a fight. It might be like good for an opener, but it's not going to be the whole fight. They probably won't have enough time to be able to keep that refreshed. With buff duration increases, if they really stack will, you might see an extra couple of seconds out of that. So maybe you see like 8 seconds instead of 6. But that's only going to be on the wizard, so it really won't matter, because the buff duration stuff based on will is all based on recipient. It's not based on the caster. So it's really just for the wizards themselves. And the Bard Tranquility is just fucking neutered. So it actually brings clerics back in a little bit, I think. You might end up seeing the old school murder ball from like playtest 3, where it's like cleric wizard fighter, or cleric wizard barbarian, or cleric wizard rogue. It might bring them back in a bit. I still think that the Bard works from like a move speed and like attack perspective and all that stuff. Attack speed, move speed. It's still gonna matter, but a 350 cap on move speed kind of changes everything around a bit, because now you don't have people to get in like rush down. I think what you will have though is you're gonna have people that are gonna try and build themselves out to where they can get max move speed. And then you're going to end up having guys like in these weirdo like move speed chases, because they're all going to be at like move speed cap or try to get to it. If you look at all the top teams, every one of them has a Bard in it. All of them. It's usually Bard Wizard. So this changes it to where like Bard isn't as heavily relied on, and you'd actually have room for like different comp mix-ups. I still say like you're probably still leaning on clerics pretty hard though here. I think it's going to shift maybe a bit away from Bard, and it's going to be like Bard Cleric as like a trade-off. I think Bard's still going to be strong. It's just that they're not going to be begging, people aren't going to be begging them for clarity anymore. I think it's going to be clarity potions. So you're probably going to see a lot of that. Let's see what they had to say. We're currently looking into ways of slowing down the high tempo of the high-end game, since it's much faster than we originally envisioned. Yeah. Although we have some large changes in the works that specifically target the tempo of the game for the next week, we believe that we needed to address the current speed death ball meta in an urgent manner with some hotfixes. We also plan to have a more extensive rework of the Bard class while starting to flesh out the Warlock in future updates, along with the continual balance changes to better align with the skill versus gear balance we seek. Yeah, I agree with that. The problem with the game now is that it doesn't feel like it did when it was in playtest 3. It used to feel like this slower dungeon crawler. Now, right now, it feels like everything is moving faster than what was originally intended. So I like that they're trying to like dial this back a bit and make it more about like tactics involved than whether or not you blow a door off of its hinges and then have a haste invis barbarian just running people down and cleaving them in the face and two-shotting people, or throwing an Achilles strike and hitting somebody in the head and watching them fold, regardless of what they have on. You know what I mean? I think this is good. They're good changes. They needed to happen. And I'm not even like, and I main wizard. I'm not even mad about the wizard changes. I think that the wizard changes are fine. Nerf on invis is brutal. Yeah, but it's necessary. I would say it's necessary though. The thing is you give a barbarian or a rogue max run speed with haste, so now they hit faster. Dude, did you see? Let me show you just real quick. Watch how fast Nevik swings the Warmaul that he has. Yeah, right here. Watch how fast. So he's hasted right now. He's hasted with Bard buffs. Watch how fast he swings this Warmaul when he gets over here. He puts on Achilles. And then he just chases this cleric down. Watch how fast he swings this fucking thing. Tell me this isn't a problem. That's a two-handed Warmaul. You know how slow that thing swings normally? He's a lawnmower at that point. He's just run through people with a bush hog. So these changes with haste and invis and whatnot, I think are absolutely necessary. And I think that they're good. Achilles strike is nerfed. Yes, rightfully so. Correct.